with the sun rising in the east and a rainbow in the west. Fantastic. Good morning, welcome along to another edition of Adventures with Otis. Here he is, and we're here at the East Usk Lighthouse, which was constructed back in 1893 by the Treaty House, and I think it entered service around about the 22nd of June that year. Yes, that's exactly what it says here. And it exhibits the remaining operational light of the two lighthouses that once marked the entrance to the River Usk. Well, this lighthouse has provided over 100 years of marine safety, and it was originally built upon 3 legs which are now covered over, hence why it looks so small today. Well, it's just gone 5:20, hence the beautiful sunrise. And the idea of this morning's walk is to follow the River Usk up through Newport, and we'll call this part 1 of the Usk Vale Trail. And here is the mouth of the River Usk, and you can just about make out the West Usk Lighthouse in the background. Okay, Otis, let's move on. And as you can see, we're on the Wales Coast Path, and we'll be following the Wales Coast Path for the first couple miles, I guess. The River Usk, it rises on the northern slopes of the Black Mountains, which is in the most westerly point of the Brecon Beacons National Park. And initially forming the boundary between Carmarthenshire and Powys, it flows into the Usk Reservoir, and then towards Sunnybridge, and then to Brecon. And from Brecon it sort of turns southeasterly towards Talabont on Usk, goes through Crickhowell, then Abergavenny, after which it takes more the southerly course, right away down through Usk, and then Caerleon, and then to here in Newport, and finally to the Severn Estuary at Uskmouth. Come on, Otis, this way. Good boy. And I'm not 100% certain, I think it's about 80 miles long in all. And from looking at the Google Maps, it looks like the Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal actually follows the River Usk for most of the length of the canal. Well, we're blessed with a gorgeous view this morning, nice and clear. You can make out Steepholm there, and then Flatholm. And as we follow around the coast of Wales, you can just about make out Cardiff in the background, and then you've got the west shore of the River Usk, and you can make out the Marker Buoys as well. And there's the West Lighthouse. And looking right the way down the Usk, oh, and it looks like the UKD bluefin is out as well, which is a hopper type dredger, so it must be dredging the Usk. Fantastic. Okay, Otis, let's carry on. Oh, I don't know whether the camera can pick this up, but you can listen to the arcing from the overhead wires. Yeah, the cables must be still damp from the rain we just had. Look at that though. 270,000 volts, 275,000 volts, wow, phenomenal. What a beautiful Swanee. Oh, we've been lucky this morning, haven't we, Otis? We've had the sunrise, we got a nice high tide to start the Usk walk, we had a boat going up the River Usk, and we started at the lighthouse. We also got a rainbow. I had to walk inland for a fair bit there away from the coast, but we're still on the Wales Coast Path though, and we're about 2.5 miles now away from the Newport wetlands. So we'll just follow the signs now and head for Marshalls to get back to the coast and the River Usk shores. And just beyond the Newport Container Valley there you can see one of the dock areas. Now these were all part of the Newport Steelworks in the day for loading onto the ships. And just about ahead of us now we got Marshalls, and this is where we'll follow the path and rejoin the River Usk. Fantastic. Okay, Otis, wait up there at the gate. This brings us to the end of the Wales Coast Path part for now. And as you can see, there's lots of work going on here at the transport bridge. One second, just get Otis' lead on. Wait there, Otis. Good boy. Yes, as you can see, lots of work going on here at the moment, transport bridge, so we can't really go any farther down the road here. But by magic now, we'll appear on the other side. Look at the expanse of this iconic bridge. Absolutely phenomenal. And by magic, we've transported across the transport bridge from the east side to the west. And as you can see, there's lots of work going on here. And hopefully by this time next year, this will all be completed. And we'll have an amazing visitor centre for the Newport Transporter Bridge. And Otis and I will definitely come back next year to show you how it's looking. Okay, Otis? Well, when people ask me what Newport's famous for, I always tell them the Newport Transporter Bridge. And of course, Trigger House. Is that right, Otis? Good boy. Come on, let's carry on up the river and we'll save the transport bridge for another video. Look at that beautiful sunrise, Otis. Isn't it beautiful? And just for John, we'll take a stop here and look at the memorial plaque. And this is from the 8th of May 1915. The grove of trees has been planted in remembrance of the men of the Monmouthshire Regiment of the Territorial Force. Fantastic. Okay, Otis, we better carry on walking. We've got plenty of miles ahead of us. And just up ahead of us we've got the Southern Distributor Road, where it crosses over the River Usk, and it crosses over via the Newport City Bridge. Well, this bridge is actually a bowstring arch design. It's about 200 metres long, and it was recognised by the British Construction Steelworks Association back in 2005 as a Structural Steel Design Award. Fantastic. And at the time it symbolised the best bridge engineering. And not very often do you get a good view right the way along the full extremities. Okay, Otis, this way. Where are you going? This way, good boy. And this is where the Usk Valley Walk route officially starts. Yeah, a lot of places will advertise it starting at Cullinan, but it actually starts here, and there's a sign just around the corner, just to prove that. Well, the actual Valley Walk itself is 77 kilometres, which is about 45 miles, and there's the sign. Fantastic. Okay, Otis, this way. Come on, boy. What a beautiful morning it is. And I think what we'll do is we'll sign off here. We've walked about 5.5, 6 miles this morning. So I'm going to say cheerio, and we'll look forward to catching you next time. So if you've enjoyed the video, please click like, please subscribe, and please leave some comments. Well, with George Street Bridge in the background, I'm going to say a cheerio. So thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to catching you next time for part 2 of the Usk Valley Walk. Bye-bye from me, and a bye from Otis.